Alrighty, folks, in today's psychological lecture, we're going to be talking about stop worrying so much in day trading. Now, I kind of clickbaited this one, but what I want you guys to realize, there's two sets of people, right? I'll say 80, 90, 95 even percent of people fall into category one. And category one is essentially people who worry so much, but their actions don't correlate with how much they're worrying. If that's you right now, you should be worried and you should have even more anxiety. And then there's person two, which is the 5%, 10% small subsect of people who are genuinely trying their best, doing their all, and are still worried. And if that's you, then 100% you deserve to calm down and relax and understand that, hey, I'm really trying my best here. And if that's you right now, understand that God has the wheel, God got you. And you shouldn't be worried, right? If you are actually in your mind without an ego can answer, hey, I'm actually trying my best right now. If that's you, relax. You're on a journey right now. You might not get it tomorrow. You might not get it next month. Maybe not even next year. Maybe the year after that you'll get it. But you will get there. I promise you, you will get there. Don't worry. You'll be all right. But this video is more tailored to the first set of people. The people who are worried out of their mind, but their actions don't correlate with how much they're worried. Because majority of you guys, if you are really worried inside, right, in your bones, you're like, I'm freaking the fuck out. I need to get this done, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. You would actually be doing the best to your ability, and you'd be doing all the actions you know would lead you down to become a profitable day trader. But the reality is, majority of you aren't actually worried enough. You don't have enough anxiety in your mind and in your brain. And I've talked about this in previous psychological lectures, but you need to almost have this button, right? Because these things like stress, anxiety, and all of these things are terrible when you're actually on the charts and you're about to execute a trade. But when you're off the charts, you need that stress and anxiety. You can't just be mellow and relax, right? And I was able to adopt this skill set at a young age. That's why I saw and was able to make a lot of money at a young age. When I was on the charts and I was executing trades, I wouldn't be worried. I would be like, okay, I'm okay. If anything happens, if I lose this account, if I take a loss, I'm following my rules. I know I'll be fine. But then once the trading session was over, okay, what the fuck do I need to do? I need to do X, Y, and Z. I need to go to the gym. I need to pray to God. Did I do everything that I know I should have done? Did I do this? Did I do that? Right? But vice versa, the switch. Flip it on and off. When you're on the charts, there's not a care in the world other than the charts. And even if I lose this trade, I'm okay. I'm fine. And honestly, like, that's how I got profitable. If I can formulate it in one sentence, that's how I would do it if I had to do it again, and that's how I would advise all of you guys to do it. Have this light switch, right? Where you're on the charts, I'm okay, I'm mellow, I'm relaxed, nothing's gonna affect me. I take a trade, I'm gonna think logistically, I'm fine. When you're off the charts, what the fuck do I need to do? How do I need to do it? What specifically am I missing in my day-to-day? Did I go to the gym today? Did I backtest today? Did I forward test? Did I pray to God today? What do I need to do? Right? You need that speed and anxiety when you're off the charts to figure it the fuck out. But when you're not on the charts, when you're on the charts, relaxed. Cool as a cucumber. And I don't really necessarily think anxiety and stress is a bad thing. It's just a perception thing like anything else in this world. Anything can be classified as good or bad. Too much water can kill you, but everyone says drink your water, right? Everything is perception. Everything in this world is perception based. So you being stressed and worried right now is a good thing in my eyes. And I would say get even more stressed than how you are right now when you're off the charts. But when you're on the charts, you need to come to a conclusion of saying, I have 70, 80%, 60% win rate at an average of a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. I know statistically, based off of actual math and reason, that I will make money over the course of this year. What makes me uncertain if I'm going to make money is all the emotion that I'm feeling while I'm in the charts. That's what the uncertainty aspect comes from, right? You don't know if you're going to make money. You don't even know if you're going to blow your account tomorrow. That's how and what shoes majority of you guys are in. You don't even know if you're going to blow your funded account tomorrow. So no wonder you're stressed and you have anxiety. And what I can tell you guys is, like, it's because you have no discipline in your life. That's why I preach these things to you guys so much. I want you guys to journal. I want you guys to backtest. I want you guys to lower your contract sizing. I want you guys to go practice your relationship with God, because all of those things provide extreme discipline within your life. And when you have extreme discipline, you know you're not going to go blow your funded account tomorrow, because you know, hey, I have the discipline in every other realm of my life, so when I go take a trade now, I'm not worried about taking a loss. I know I'm going to take the loss, and I'm going to take it to the chin, and that's it. And I'm going to move about my day. I'm going to come back tomorrow and do the same thing, because I have statistical data based off of me backtesting. I know I have a 60, 70, 80% win rate with an average of a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3 risk-to-reward ratio. So based off of math and statistics and logistics, I know I will make money. It's no doubt in my mind I will make money. And all of these habits that I constantly preach to you guys allows you to stop worrying so much. And where you should be worrying is if you're not doing these things. If you're not journaling, if you're not backtesting, if you don't have a mentor, right, to guide you with especially these hard-ass market conditions. Yeah, 100%, I would be worried. Any person logistically would be worried. And you should be worried. You should be scared. But if you're doing everything you know you should be doing, all that anxiety gets removed. And you're not as stressed anymore. You're not as worried anymore. Because you know, hey, I'm actually trying my best, paired with I have a relationship with God. There's no way I can't win. I will win. It's a certainty. But I'll say, and like, I tried to formulate my words in a way where I could make you guys less stressed. But to be honest with you all, the only way you remove stress in your life is by working to the best of your ability. Over the 7.5 years of doing this shit, that's literally the only thing I recognized. And for the 4.5 years that I was unprofitable, I wasn't working. I wasn't doing my best. I wasn't trying my best. I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't backtest. I didn't journal. I didn't forward test. I thought trading was I sit at a computer and click a button. And then I go upon my day. And I'll just do that, and it's all random. Nothing really makes sense. But that's not trading. That's not true profitable trading. Profitable trading is you have a system in play that makes you money based off of high or low probable market conditions, and you execute, you click the button when the opportunity is in your favor. That's what true trading looks like. But a lot of your guys' trading is just like, hey, I wake up every day, I don't take a shower, I don't think on a clear mind, I just wake up, click a button, show up the next day, do the same thing. Hopefully one day it changes, right? And I'll just tell you guys, yeah, for sure, bro, like, doing the same mistakes you've been doing for the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months for sure will provide you a different outcome. I'm being sarcastic if you haven't been able to recognize. Like, how would that ever change what you've been doing, right? If you are repeating the same mistakes for the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months and not taking action with different habits, how do you expect a different outcome? The analogy I always repeat, 1 plus 1 will always equals 2, 0 plus 0 will always equal 0. But if you start changing the math around that and you start backtesting and forward testing, 2 plus 2 will then equal 4. The results will change. You'll start making more money. You'll start having less anxiety. You'll start thinking more clearly. But if you're showing up every day, waking up 5 minutes before market open with no plan or attack, that's 0. Plus, you don't journal, you don't backtest, you jerk off every day, you don't do shit, that's another 0, will always equal 0. And you'll always have the same result every single time of no progression, no change in your life, and nothing will ever change. And your mind will be the same way, your actions will be the same way, the amount of money you make will be always the same. Nothing in your life will ever change or be sporadic, and that's exactly what you want. You want the change, you want the sporadicness, you want profitability, you want to be able to make a lot of money. I understand that. Trust me, there was no other person on this planet that wanted to make more money than me, bro. Trust me when I tell you guys. I was so stressed out constantly. Because I dropped out of college without my parents knowing. My parents didn't know I dropped out of college. They thought I was in online classes. I had to make this work. There was no alternative in which this did not work. So I understand your stress and your worry. But if you were really stressed and worried, you would be genuinely trying your best. You would make sure it works. And the problem with day trading especially is there's a lot of uncertainty within the markets. And the only way to combat that uncertainty is by all the habits I've been telling you guys all along to do. When you backtest, there's less uncertainty because of the fact that you have collected data about your model where you know the math behind everything, you know exactly how to operate. Then you journal, because then you could review that collected data and understand how everything works. Then you pray to God, because God provides luck. And how could you try one of the most hardest things in the world without God? And pair that with when you actually start praying to God, God looks at, I don't know for certain, because I'm not God, obviously, but my perception on it is saying, okay, well, if you're genuinely trying your best, and on top of that you're praying to God, God is probably looking down on that and saying, I want to give one of my creations something more than the other creations, because he's genuinely trying his best. So this is the reason on why I know it seems repackaged of, hey, I just tell you guys the same thing every single day in a different format, but that's the reality of it. You guys want to become a profitable day trader. I could be a guru on here that just preaches some shit strategy, some shit trading bot, some shit this, some shit that. This is how you're going to make 100% this year doing this thing. I can be one of those shit munchers that just genuinely lies to you and doesn't tell you what the reality is, or I can be authentic and genuine with you guys and tell you exactly how to actually do it with certainty. And I'm telling you, it's like, how long is it going to take you to realize, hey, someone was right all along. Let me just start doing this. It's so funny, bro. Anyone who I've changed their life and the trajectory of their life will always say to the exact same things. Damn, I don't know why I didn't listen to you earlier, Salman, of just doing these things. That's all they say. With strategy, with strategy and technical analysis, when it comes to God, when it comes to backtesting, when it comes to forward testing, when it comes to journaling, it was the solution all along. But if I tell you that stove is hot, majority of you guys need to go touch that stove in order to actually gauge it's hot. And majority of you guys, to relate that into trading, majority of you guys are just going to have to blow a certain amount of funded accounts, or you're going to have to fail a certain amount of times. And I'm telling you, you don't need to do that, right? That's what's going to end up happening. But a lot of you guys don't need to do that to stop worrying. You could just start implementing all the things now and today, instead of having to wait 3, 6, 9, 12 months of the same repetitive mistakes over and over and over again, and just eating shit and falling on your face. Instead, why don't you make your life easier and just do the habits I've been preaching you? And then it just all starts clicking, and you start becoming very lucky, and then this new opportunity comes, and that new opportunity comes, and you start becoming a profitable day trader, and you start getting payouts, and your life starts getting better, and you start improving your physique in the gym, and you start improving your relationship with God, and then life becomes awesome and easy and stress-free. I'm not going to sit here and lie like I don't stress. 100% I stress. But it's 10 times less stressful than it was a couple years back when I was working at Best Buy. There's no other stress in this world having to fucking calculate, hey, I spent X amount on trading. Do I have enough money to then fill up my gas tank? Hey, I have enough stress right now. Can I go out and eat with my friends? That shit's stressful. And I don't even have it that bad. Some of you guys need to pay your family rent and shit. So I understand your stress, but the reality of all of it and your solution to all of it all along was just genuinely trying your best. Hey, you know, if you do X, Y, and Z and you have a relationship with God, you'll actually end up becoming lucky and you'll end up making money. And all that stress and anxiety gets removed. But if you don't have that, of course you're stressed out. Of course you have anxiety, because you know you could be operating 3 to 5 to 10x more inside of your bones. You know, actually, hey, I could be doing 5 times more than what I'm doing now. So yeah, of course, any person's going to be stressed out. I was stressed in that case scenario, in those shoes, because I knew I could have actually been doing so much more. So having a why is just the easiest way, because then you can just always revert back to that why. If your mom works at Best Buy, or your mom works a minimum wage job and it's hard for her to get by, and maybe she's a single mom, and maybe she has X, and maybe she has Y, or hey, my dad keeps breaking his back to work this job that doesn't even pay him money and he barely can put food on the table. If that's like what your reality is, then you have your why. You could find the unlimited motivation. Oh, my mom works a minimum wage job and she hates her fucking life because she works that job. Oh, easy. Right? Now you have all the motivation. You just look back at your mom. Anytime you get home, you look at your mom, you look how much she's struggling, you look how sad she is, and then you go get up off your ass and go fucking work and not scroll TikTok. That's the reality of it, man. But I can be a shit-munching guru if you guys want me to. I can not preach the truth to you guys. I can sit here and say it's going to be easy and all of you guys will make it. The reality is that's not true. No strategy will save you. No X, Y, and Z thing will save you. No. True profitable trading comes from collected data off a strategy, number one, so you understand your strategy, you understand it in depth, everything. Then paired with complete psychological control and emotional control to not do things based off emotion and do things simply off the basis of complete logistics. And then number three is just trying your best in every other aspect of your life. Backtesting, forward testing, journaling, praying to God. And if you all can just get to that point of just doing that exact thing that I just mentioned, you will make it. I promise you will make it. But out of the 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people who watch this video, I want to say probably 10% of you guys will do those things. And that's your problem all along. That's always been your problem. It's never been something else. It wasn't your strategy because you know your strategy is profitable. It wasn't your psychology because you know your psychology is good and it's just that one trade that fucks you up. Right? It's not this one little thing that you could just say, oh, I overtrade, so let me just stop overtrading. I'm going to just make a lot of money. No. You just don't try in any aspect of your life. And I'm noticing this now. I have so many people DM me on TikTok. I have so many people talk to me in Instagram DMs, comment on this YouTube video. I have so many people who say, Salman, I genuinely been trying my best because of your videos, and now my life is going really well. And I'm starting to get payouts, and I'm starting to do this. I had someone DM me, he got $30,000 in payouts, like a week ago. Someone literally DM me, Salman, you've literally saved my life. I listened to everything you've done, or you said, and and he got a $30,000 payout in like a 10-day course. And period. And like, that's just what it is, y'all. I've proven it time and time again. You guys have seen interviews with all my successful Discord students. You guys have seen me post on TikTok every single day, someone getting a payout. And I just tell you, with all of those people, all they did differently was everything that I mentioned on this video. It wasn't just this one little thing of, what would you tell your unprofitable self? Or it wasn't just this one thing of, oh, how do I stop overtrading? It wasn't this one thing of just saying, oh, what's the one piece of advice? What's the one? Why do you care about the one? Why don't you do all of it? That's it, man. The harsh reality is, y'all, a lot of you guys will not make it. I love you guys. I wish it was different. I wish there was a circumstance in which I can control everyone making it that's watching this video. But the reality of it is majority of you will not make it. And the only thing that will make a difference between you making it and you not making it is genuinely trying your best. That's the only thing that will ensure that you will make it. And if you don't have it, you don't have it, G. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with being broke. There's nothing wrong with not having your dream life. That's fine. But don't look back at your life in 10, 20, 30 years and be disappointed that you gave up. Because at the end of the day, you had me telling you, you just didn't try your best. That's why you are broke. That's why you have no accomplishments in life. You just didn't try your best. And I understand, look, bro, I was always the kid that was worth literally shit. Jack shit. I was literally always that kid. I was fat in middle school. And then I started becoming skinny in freshman and sophomore, and I started hitting the gym. I was always that guy that couldn't talk to girls when I was younger. I was always that guy that didn't have shit. I never had anything, and I never had anything going for me. And trading was that one outlet where I could actually see some potential in my life. Like, damn, I can actually become rich and make a fuck ton of money. I never was good at sports. I could not play sports for the life of me. My genetics were just fucked or something. I always would suck in every aspect of my life. And I'm telling you, trading does not discriminate. No matter what you have, no matter what, if you just genuinely put your all into it, trading does not discriminate. You could be a moron, you could have literally the lowest IQ. Some of my students are genuinely morons. I love them with all my heart, and I'm changing their life. They should fucking love me back too. But some of them are genuine morons, and they still get consistent payouts. It does not discriminate. You could be fat, you could be ugly, you could be depressed, you could be sad, you could be black, white, purple, green. It doesn't fucking matter what you are. The one thing that will ensure you become a profitable day trader is you just genuinely try your best. And if you genuinely try your best, that's the aspect of having the insurance of becoming a profitable day trader. And when you genuinely try your best, all that anxiety and stress of you worrying constantly just gets removed. I love you guys. I hope this psychological lecture made sense to you. If you guys need anything from me, DM me. And yeah, man, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.